Alright, this is on. When I rolled out of my door today, I had absolutely no idea where I was going. These kind of skating sessions turn out to be the best ones, and this was no exception. One of my favorite rolls of the year thus far. Of course, when I roll out with nowhere to go, I wind up in Kensington Market. Quite often. To me, it is the artistic heart of Toronto. The alley system here isn't super connected, which is probably a good thing with all the dodgy sorts that wind up in Kensington Market. So I get to the end here, this weird little alley, and I have to turn right back around. Very delicate wall kick there. I think with a wall kick, probably the most important thing you have to worry about is what the supporting foot is rolling over. Back in Kensington Market, there's plenty of stuff to point my camera at besides me. There's a ton of great places to get food here. I get my garlic here, and it's the kind of garlic that peels like the outside is made of like a cabbage, as opposed to the paper falling off from the stuff I get in the supermarket, or the not-so-supermarket. Makes me wonder how old that stuff is. Is it like months? Probably. This road is quite a hodgepodge too. It's got a lot of interwoven cracks. But it's a dense road, so I feel like I get a lot of speed. Down here as I leave the market area, I can really enjoy the speed. Up higher it was a little bit suspect to have somebody zipping through everybody else's chill zone. Boom. A 5. And you'll see a bit of this today where I get between the streetcar tracks and give it a little quick start. It's not wide enough at all for a full stride, but it's a good place to practice the lessened foot glide of a quick start. And let's see if we can do better than that previous 5. Yeah, that was just fast enough to merit giving it a 10. The overall position and the feel of that one was perfect. Any slower and maybe a 10 would be generous because, yeah, stopping from a slow speed is not hard. I am trying to avoid the roads today, and this cycle lane, to me, it's not a cycle lane, so I'm being extra cautious. Even though I could have got doored on that last car there. Now that I'm ahead of the cars, I should use a lot more caution, and I do. I get into this curb area and use the one-footed stomp, assuming that nobody's going to give me a ton of room. But everything's fine. The drivers are wary. Most of them are. Most. Quick look back, and I'm on again. I'm still looking for an alley. I don't want to be skating on the sidewalks or the roads today. I want to be maybe in the cycle lanes, but especially in the alleys. That was a neat little trick back there the skateboarder did. And quick steps over the streetcar tracks and back in the not a cycle lane. And back home. This is the Queen Street West alley system, which hooks up quite extensively. I think there's almost a kilometer of this alley ahead of me. But you've seen that so many times that today, I'm just looking for the quick out and onto less familiar areas for the sake of my own enjoyment as well. Boom, I'm out. I shot a lot of this graffiti in my previous video about graffiti. I can't remember the title actually. I just do way too many videos, so yeah, way too prolific to remember all my great works. And here I am doing the Weavy McPeavy, or I was. I'm back in the cycle lane, but there's a cycle behind me, so I'm going to stop it up let him have his way, and then I'm back like an alley cat. This is kind of deja vu here, the old no man's land roll. I can't get enough of it until I see prams, and then I have to just stop everything. The last thing I'd want to do is wipe out a baby stroller, and into a crack alley, or probably more of a heroin or fentanyl alley. So I should definitely not lick my wheels when I get home today. It's too bad. I think I rolled some really good meat juice. Savory. And a bit sweet, probably. I chose this road because it's like a big corridor of light. I thought it might look good on video. But it would look better if I was doing something more interesting. And I'm back in the fentanyl alley, going the other way this time. I'm in this giant city, and I've already found myself doing some repeats. I don't know what's wrong with me. I could have deleted the footage, but I don't know, I enjoyed my skate. So I think if I show it a little more in its entirety, or little samples from throughout, it will represent the spirit of it all better. It's St. Patrick's Day here. People outside the pub were waiting to get in for their green beer. I did don the green shirt today, but I will not be doing the accent. Sorry. That's my North London. And I've done this alley a few times before. Once I found a couple in mid, what's the word? Not copulation. They were canoodling anyways. They were just pulling their pants up, actually. In the courtyard of condos. I imagine if I were to Terry, the security guy would come out to Harry. Me. So I'm ahead of the streetcar here, and I'm going to keep it that way. And once I'm far enough ahead, I plan to get into the tracks, so long as I'm not fodder for the meat grinder. And yeah, no problem. Plenty of time. And the last of the quick sprints. A little shakedelic, but I just don't want to carry the hockey stick around when it's a busy time of day. I feel a bit like Lancelot when I carry that thing around, but it does make the footage a lot steadier. It's stiff and self-leveling. More wall kicks, which will someday be proven to be a very practical and useful technique for city skating. But at this point, it's still a little bit rudimentary. Well, yeah, that's my session today. It was one of those days I had to I had to figuratively drag myself off the streets. So, yeah, that's it.